Welcome to another Datascout AI part product demo. Today, we'll be showcasing the modern and beautifully designed Datascout profile that leverages AI to enrich member data and guide you toward the next best actions. Let's dive into the key features. First, let's look at the Profile AI section. We immediately see key information. She's a longtime member, which is highlighted at the top. Specifically, she has been a member for 25 years and 9 months. We can also view her location, and we know that she identifies as female. Normally, her age would show up here as well, but that data point is probably missing for Carol. Let's take a look at her profile completeness score below, which evaluates how much information is filled out in a member's profile, ensuring that you have a complete picture. In this case, we can see that she is indeed missing her birth date and other data elements. This will help you identify gaps and prioritize data cleanup activities. Now, let's explore the other elements available to us in the Details section. These provide an overview of critical information to quickly understand Carol's engagement with our organization. All right, next, let's take a look at the Lifetime Value, or LTV for short. The LTV calculates the total amount spent by each member. This metric allows you to compare the lifetime value of different members and fine-tune your engagement approach. Similarly, the average yearly revenue gives an annual estimate of how much revenue each member generates. In this case, Carol has been a member for 25 years, and we can see the average yearly revenue reflected below, along with how she compares with other members. As mentioned briefly earlier, we can see that she has 12 out of the 15 fields we're tracking. You can easily configure these fields to match your own data needs when we onboard you onto Datascout Profile. We also have some additional information available. We can see the most recent engagement with her profile, and we know she attended 2 events. The last event was the annual conference, which took place 1 year and 9 months ago. We also have all the tags associated with her, including those we've added and those automatically generated by the system. The auto tags show that her tenure exceeds 10 years, she's a regular member, and importantly, she is currently past due. Now, let's take a look at the next tab, which is pretty exciting. Here, Datascout actually summarizes all of the interactions we've had with Carol and highlights any changes to her profile, whether it's something we've updated or something she's changed herself using the member portal. At a glance, I can quickly see that Carol has been a member with OAP for 25 years since this date. Her last engagement was today with an auto-generated message that we sent. Carol is based here and is involved in both philanthropy and the beauty industry. However, her lifetime value is currently rated at only 1 star. Based on this, a few actions are recommended. We could invite her to local events, offer a mentorship program, and share professional resources. The quality of these recommendations has been extremely relevant when working with real member data, which is something we are all excited about as it can save a lot of time and improve member engagement. Based on that analysis, Datascout automatically drafts an email that helps you take action on those insights right away. The email will take into account the services offered by your organization. Let's take a look at what Datascout drafted for Carol, starting with the subject, Connect locally and grow with OAP. We then continue by highlighting that we've noticed her amazing commitment to the beauty industry and philanthropy. Since she is based in New Jersey, we'd love to invite her to our local networking events. Additionally, it also mentions our mentorship program, which is one of the services offered by our fictitious OAP organization and could be a great fit for her. All right, so if I decided to send that email, or a version of it, I would just click on the green check mark, and with one click, this will be incorporated into Carol's timeline and stored in your iMiss activity log for future use. After taking the action, if we refresh, we will see a new recommendation that will take into account the new timeline. Let's take a look at the timeline while Datascout thinks about the next recommended action. Our timeline combines information that is normally in different places in iMiss, and it puts it together in one simple and easy-to-understand sequence of events organized by day. Our team can also help you incorporate activities from external data sources, so the timeline can be even richer and complete. Now, let's go back to our Actions tab to see the next recommendation. It recognizes that we've just connected with her and suggests continuing to encourage event participation, promoting certificate courses, and offering volunteer opportunities. All right, Let's continue to explore Datascout Profile by looking at one of our most powerful features, the one-click AI profile enrichment. With one click, you can request an enriched profile, and Datascout will automatically go out to the internet and generate a summary from publicly available sources. This gives you insights you may not have had before about your members. Since Carol is a fictional character in our demo database, at this point I am going to switch over to James' test record instead so we can see what Datascout brings back for a real person. Let's switch over to James and see what it did for him. Keep in mind that initially this section would be empty, but since I have already requested a profile before, it shows up immediately. Let's take a quick read. It tells us that James is the CTO at Bursting Silver with over 20 years of experience, excelling in architecting scalable solutions and leading teams. We can also see that he's passionate about running. He's even done ultra marathons globally. This is all information that our iMiss database didn't have before, and now we can use it to personalize our communications with James. Now, if we scroll down a little bit, we can see that Datascout has identified 5 areas of interest for James, including his interest in ultramarathons, technology innovation, leadership, team management, and remote work. Knowing James, I can say that these match really well. From an engagement point of view, we now know much more about James. But imagine being able to apply this to your entire database without having to send lengthy and expensive surveys that are only answered by a few. Lastly, I wanted to highlight that Datascout always show the sources that were used for reference and validation. For curiosity's sake, let's take a look at his recommended actions. He's a non-member who hasn't attended any events and has a lifetime value of 0. However, he logged in 2 days ago. Datascout recommended an action recently, but it knows that the email wasn't sent yet, so there's still a pending action here. Let's take a quick read at the email that Datascout drafted for James. It starts with a friendly greeting. Hope you're doing well? We noticed your recent login, and since it's been a while, I'd like to personally invite you to a complimentary webinar we're hosting. We'd also love to offer you a guided tour of our unique services. Basically, we're trying to re-engage with James here. Next, I am going to log this as an action taken, and you'll notice the action box disappears. This is important, because if multiple people are viewing this profile, they won't end up trying to take the same action twice. Together, these features give you a much deeper view of your members and help you take personalized actions at low additional cost. Thank you for watching, and we hope you're as excited as we are about how Datascout can transform how you use iMiss.